on, dog. You're into this? You're black. You sound black.
Captain America: Brave New World is about to hit theaters, and despite how heavily Disney is advertising it, a lot of people don't seem super excited about this movie's release. Why is that? This is Captain freaking America, yet a lot of folks are blasé, expecting it to be bad. Well, there are some reasons why folks are getting all jaded and cynical about this property, and it's a lot less about race than you might think. Alright, yeah, there might be a little bit of race involved, but not quite like you'd think. Stick around. I'll try to make it make sense. Now, for context, Falcon was the first African-American superhero in the comics. Stan Lee, who wanted to be cutting edge with his comics, got approached by an artist, Gene Colan, who proposed the idea, and they went with it, introducing the Falcon, who was a partner kick to Captain America for years. Comics being what they are, Sam Wilson, the Falcon, went through a lot. Like, a lot.
If we have to do something about this, I'm the only one who looks like a pimp.
Of soap opera-type drama over the decades before making it into the film, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, where he was kinda forgettable. He tried, and it's not like he was useless, but his presence was overshadowed by Super Hydra agents and Cap and Bucky's relationship. Folks went to that movie hoping to see Captain America and Bucky either fight, team up, or kiss. Which, if you want to see the latter option and are brave enough, you've got Google. Just be warned. Falcon showed up in several other MCU properties like Ant-Man 1, Civil War, and then Infinity War. Thanos made him look even more irrelevant.
Snake, are you okay? Snake?
So, looking back, Falcon was not given much of an opportunity to show his personality and values, except when being sassy with Bucky.
You couldn't have done that earlier? I hate you.
However, right at the end of Endgame, elderly Captain America bequeaths his shield to Falcon, to everyone's surprise. This left fans wondering how the MCU was going to explore this topic. Enter Falcon and the Winter Soldier. While flawed and not as colorful and showy as the other MCU properties, the series made some solid attempts to address real issues. Here we have the concept of a black man in America taking up what was used as a symbol for the US itself, previously carried on the arm of handsome and morally perfect Steve Rogers, who inadvertently was the cover and the shield for politicians to hide their dirty deeds, masking their Hydra-loving ways, who all were nothing but pure incompetence cowering behind the man with a perfectly shaped butt.
That is America's ass.
The story explores Sam Wilson's feelings toward the idea of being Captain America, with him being a black man and not feeling adequate enough to pick up the shield like Rogers did. It shows his humility and innate desire to deflect harsh truths, much like Bucky, much like the politician Sam has to confront.
Sam, thank you so much. From all of us.
Are you still going forward with resetting the borders?
Our peacekeeping troops will begin relocating people soon.
These labels, terrorist, refugee, thug, for once, all the people who've been begging, and I mean literally begging for you, to feel how hard any given day is. Now you know, and face a force so powerful it could erase half the planet. You would know that you're about to have the exact same impact. This isn't about easy decisions, Senator.
You just don't understand.
I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes. What don't I understand? You control the banks. Shit, you can move borders. You can knock down a forest with the email. You can feed 1 million people with the phone call. I mean, this girl died trying to stop you. And no one has stopped for 1 second to ask why. You've got to do better, Senator. You've got to step up. Because if you don't, the next Carly will. And you don't want to see 2.0.
This sets him up to learn he was given the responsibility to be the symbol of hope and change the world needs, unless he winds up handing that symbol over to unworthy people like Mr. Idiot Big Chin. The series was truly ambitious, with it touching on immigration along with racial tensions, hurts, and resentments, which gives the show a chance to propose that people, in order to make things better, have to be proactive with the community, not merely twiddle their thumbs or experiment on abused veterans. To hold governments accountable for what they actually do versus merely what they say. These are all great issues to address. But for all that, the series was kind of drab at times, making speeches long-winded, occasional cheesy character moments, and sporting an undercooked villain. Being a series right after WandaVision surely didn't do it any favors, making it seem more drab and boring by unfortunate contrast. However, despite this, I still say the show had wonderful moments with its amazing fight choreography, political mysteries, and funny character chemistry.
So when I was a kid, my TT passed away.
Your TT?
Yeah, my TT, yeah.
Who is your TT?
When I was a kid, my aunt passed away.
Bruh.
But don't flirt with my sister. Because if you do, I'll have Carlos cut you up and feed you to the fish.
Okay.
So why am I mentioning and hyping a series that was derided as boring and almost archaic at this point in the MCU? Well, I personally think if they bring the elements that were great in the series onto the big screen, it's possible folks might be able to warm up a lot to Anthony Mackie's portrayal of Captain America. Besides being a more subtle character who's closer to a normal man, unlike Thor, he's been one of the boldest characters when confronting anything morally wrong, such as when he chewed out the lazy politicians in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. As for Captain America's role in the next movie, whoo-wee, he's about to make a name for himself here. In the trailers, we see Captain America trying the same thing he did to the politicians in the series to newly elected President Thaddeus Ross, played by Harrison Ford, who actually volunteered to play the part after William Hurt, who'd played him previously, died. So here's Ross, newly elected, trying to seize a huge supply of adamantium to boost America's standing, and Captain America wanting to increase transparency at the level of all governmental entities. Yeah, lots of room for conflict here. But what about the reshoots?
Oh my gosh, this is too hard. I can't go on. I'm like gonna die. Mommy!
Okay, to nip this one in the bud. One set of reshoots was because they managed to score Giancarlo Esposito, and let's be real, who wouldn't want him in there being a creepy bad guy? And another was, well, alright. One was because the first draft of the film tested badly. But I still stand by my case. At least some of the reshoots were for legit reasons. A man who has no superpowers standing against an impossible force both in might and political leverage and staying strong with his moral conviction is something I think would be an interesting topic as of late. Coupled with political espionage and drama, you got a film that's going to finally bring gravity and impact to a property that had its head in the sky for way too long. Speaking of heads needing clarity, give Mackie a break, huh? Yes, I know about Mackie's quote in the press about how Captain America represents integrity more than the United States. Chris Evans, the previous Captain America actor, said nearly the same thing, and no one complained about a white guy saying that. I'm as shocked as you are. In truth, both actors were told to talk like that, because they're marketing the movie to the entire world. So this is an MCU interview coaching problem, not a Mackie's anti-American woke virus affecting the masses with their MCU Disney propaganda. Can we, act normal for a second? Overall, despite the lukewarm anticipation, I'm able to hold some hope for this film. If they manage to focus on the strong points they've brought out in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'll gladly sing their praises and be happy with a new America in the MCU. And if not, watch me make a resentful video about my disappointment, more so than Bucky even felt about Hydra. See you next time with a review coming soon. Bye!